Hi guys. Hi Tholazor, hi Elrin, hi Stubbs, hi Chica, hi Not the ETF, hi Snazzy, hi Sworden. How is everyone? Hi Tholazor, hello, hello Gravity Hurts, hello Hex. I hope everyone's having a nice day. Hi Ty Jack. Bum 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 bum. We're back with more farm sim. More farm sim. Buggy time? Yeah, buggy time. It is now the buggiest time of all time. So true, so true. Good afternoon, Farmer Buggy in chat. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Chat, I'm kind of realizing, you know, I kind of realized, I realized this too late. I didn't really get it. It's supposed to be like a 1980s America playthrough. And like, this is appropriate. And this is appropriate, but like, this is actually like a European only combine. The banana slug is only in like in Europe. New Holland Clayson, yeah, the Clayson company, I'm pretty sure is like in Norway or something. Sitting green? Call it an import? Yeah. I'm quite stimulating off pre-workout and getting paid to lift while watching. Nice. 1780s playthrough? No. 1980s playthrough. And then this one I'm pretty sure is Polish. I wonder, so what can you do? What can you do with a stubble when you have wheat stubble? Like, this won't regrow, right? It's harvested, it won't regrow or anything like that, right? I mean, I could try running it over with a roller to see what it does. Who knows, maybe a roller allows it to regrow. So 70s playthrough win. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. Retail and a one not being used as fertilizer? Maybe. It says it needs rolling. So like maybe just squishing it with the roller will work. I might have to look it up. Anyways, we still have plenty of wheat to harvest and plenty of crop to cash out. So that's what we're gonna be doing. More header. There you go. We still have so much wheat to harvest. I've been thinking, chat. I've been thinking lately, you know, I kind of have a lot of autism interests. You know what I mean? I get pretty autistic about things, right? But like, I was thinking, you know, why don't I ever get like autistic about making money? You know, I get autistic about things that are expensive, but like, why don't I just like, why don't I ever just get autistic about like investing or something? You know, why don't I start trying to do that, right? I get the feeling like, you know how like people play EVE Online and they spend their entire time working the market in EVE Online, where if they just had a little bit of income in real life, or maybe they have it and they just don't realize that, you know, they could spend that time investing instead. Is this about making money but only in video games? Yeah, I think that's my current plight for day trading. The thing is, I'm not really someone who's in a position to day trade, right? Because I'm asleep when the market is open. in America. You know what I mean? I think I would be really stuck with if I was to get into investing. I would be in a position where I set buy orders for certain prices and set sell orders at certain prices. You know what I mean? I'm not really in a position to where I can react to the market in real time, right? Because I'm asleep. Trade is like gambling but worse odds. Yeah, literally all I was thinking was like find like a brokerage with and this is not financial advice, by the way. Find like a brokerage with like very little fees, or very little fees, especially on like doing buy orders and sell orders and stuff like that at certain prices, like automatic ones. And just like just buy low, sell high. If it never trips the low, then okay, that's fine. I don't know. I'm not looking to make grandiose big money plays in the same day, right? You know, I work full time so that I don't have to scrape and day trade to get by, right? You know what I mean? Does it come on statistic for gambling? It's a hard day of farming. Gets the scratchers at course line. Becoming like your dad, you're the crazy investment opportunities and whatnot. Yeah. I feel like, you know, every time I get into investing, quite literally, I react that way because of FOMO. And maybe that's not a bad way to think, like maybe that's a bad way to think about it, but quite literally it's like I hear about someone else's success with crypto or with investing or something like that, and they still, you know, there's someone who also works full-time or are working or in school or like in college, and I'm like, man, I didn't do anything like that in college. I didn't do anything like that, and I've been working, right? Like I could do this. You know what I mean? Are you on the rear end of a trend? Yeah. That's fair. Is your life good? Life is pretty alright right now. It's just I find myself constantly like in a position where it's like, oh, if I had more money I could do this. If I had more money I could do that. You know what I mean? That's what's going on a lot lately. Like I just wish I could afford to do the things I want to do. Just buy some shit and don't look at it for years. Yeah, basically. That's what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about buying some, like maybe like buying some shares of stuff every once in a while. I mean, that's kind of what I do already. Like, I already, to be honest with you guys, I already have investments, right? It's just they're very passive. They're not proactive investments. They're all like mutual funds, right? Like yeah, I basically work exclusively out of mutual funds and just let them do the trading for me, you know. And it's worked all right. Like I've made money on them. I just feel like I could do more, right? Mini portfolios and automatic trading might be a good option. Yeah. I feel like I could do more. I know investments, life is cozy. I don't care what other people are doing. That's fair. You can also lose more. All part of the game. That's fair. That is entirely fair. I don't know. Maybe I should maybe I should just put more money towards the investments I already have versus versus starting a new thing. Maybe I should just put more money in my mutual fund the next time I notice a dip in the market. Smart, sensible investing is kind of boring. You need to set it, forget it, and make modest returns so that you can't turn it into a hobby. You can't turn it into a hobby that way. And you also want to, and if you do want to turn it into a hobby, it becomes high stress, high reward, and kind of like a second job. Oh. Dang. But diversified you are, this seems one of the few things where diversity helps. Yeah. My investments are pretty diverse. The mutual funds I have. The less risk, the less big, but more regular outcomes. I just literally what sets me off more than anything is hearing quite literally there's a YouTuber named Jacka, well his name is Jake. He's from the Linus Media Group, right? He started his own YouTube channel and he recently bought a barn, and quite literally his explanation for his barn, being able to afford the barn and all the things he has, comes from, well, it comes from YouTube, but also he just said he made risky plays on the market. And I'm just like, man, he makes it seem as easy as pushing a button. Coming back to you, wanting to fix a broken tractor. I'm gonna need a spray bottle. I just want to be able to afford my hobbies, right? Like, I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy. But I can't. Pull massive shorts against people you hate. Something is being to advertise something? No. From my understanding, it doesn't seem like the relationship between Jake and Linus Media Group is very good. Your hobby is not fixing broken vehicles? Well, my hobby is more than just that. My hobbies are more than that. Most success stories on YouTube are like, just follow the 5 simple steps to success, sponsored link to X investment platform in bio. No, he doesn't have anything like that. He doesn't even say what brokerages he uses or what things he invested in. I just like, it's just a part of the story. You can absolutely do that, but it almost always backfires. It really is like gambling in that regard. To get real return, you need to place an obscene amount on surefire wins or place normal amounts of surefire losers and hope they win. Yeah. Look at how much wheat we have. Come on. Big yellow banana slug. Buy a Frosted Wheat Thins factory? I think it's way too sound way too easy, or buying a ton of stuff on credit to flex, as many YouTubers do. People invest with credit? Isn't that like really reckless? Hi, Ramp Streams. Uninvested loans or credit, please. Don't worry, I won't. That sounds really reckless. What kind of mutant likes wheat thins? My mom likes wheat thins. You calling my mom a mutant? Buying things on credit. Oh. Mom is a mutant, confirm. Mutants? What does that mean? You are bugged, so yes, your mom is likely a mutant. Oh, I see. I put $1 million on Spain to beat Cape Verde in the World Cup. Is Sydney 85k payout on a bet market. Said it was 92 likely. They drew. Oh. Man, that blows for that guy. That must stink that they drew like that. Turn harvester. I just can't help, I don't know, ignoring like genuinely Hex, ignoring like what my current hobbies are and what I might be wanting to put the money into. Like I said, I constantly not just my current hobby, but it's several things, several occasions over the years. I find myself just always just short of what I want to do because I just don't have the money to make it happen. You know what I mean? And I just like, I feel like I'm not doing enough, right? I feel like I'm just not doing enough. Even if I can tighten my belt over and over and over and over again. But I think I've reached a point where I feel like there isn't much left I can tighten my belt on, right? And it's some rough times the last couple of years. Right, like I've even cut down on my food so much. It's just like sometimes the only thing I eat in a day is rice and multivitamins. Sometimes I go months without things I really need. Like it took me a long time to buy the bras I needed, right? Just because constantly it's just like, well, maybe I could get by with just this, so maybe I can get by with just that, or maybe or I also went like a couple months recently without any shampoo or conditioner. Where all your finances are going, I'm saving it, and then also paying off my college debt. Maybe skip a day of streaming and put that towards personal and skill development. You make good money. I have no idea where all your finances are going. Well, maybe I don't actually know how to handle money. I don't know. Maybe I can tighten the belt more. I was just saying, pay your minimums of college debt if you're trying to save up to move out. My loan people the loan website doesn't have like a minimum payments thing. I mean, maybe it does. It's just I don't know how to navigate the website to do that. I think you have to choose like a, oh, I can't afford my things anymore option. You get the cheap shampoos and conditioners. Do you need some amount on your paperwork? Here, a second, I can walk you through it. I've been told that the amount I pay monthly for college debt is obscene. I've been told apparently some people pay less than $100 for their college debt, but then I'm under the impression that if you do that, then you're gonna be in forever debt. Like, you're gonna be paying that college debt literally until you're old, right? I pay like, how much do I pay? I think I pay like $260 a month in college debt. Which is basically the entirety of everything I make from streaming every month. Depending on the, you know, depending on subs. I make about 200 a month from streaming. So that 200 goes towards either groceries or college debt. They just don't want you to pay off your debt. They want you to pay the minimums on your debt forever. Yeah, that seems risky. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay only minimums. You're putting a lot into paying it off, and once it's done, then all that money becomes useful for other things. So it sounds like a waiting game. Maybe I'm just upset that I'm stuck waiting. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I just hate that I'm in a waiting game right now. London just street so you can afford to let it build a crew while getting yourself in the next step in life. So still playing down my college debt. I'm just gonna feel considering you make a good amount, work full time, and also get a decent chunk of overtime. You're not paying a ton in rent or anything, so you live at home. I don't clue where all the money is going. I have some expensive medications that I'm gonna see if I can try to get off of it. I don't know. I also... Maybe I don't do the best about, like, when I do buy things, I don't do the best about pricing. Constantly, I'm like, oh, I'll just buy this in store. And then only to find that if I got it off Amazon, it'd be a lot cheaper sometimes when I buy stuff like supplements and stuff. Like, gas prices also hurt pretty bad lately. I've been trying to I'm trying to enforce, like, to DoorDash as little as possible. I already know DoorDash is one of the reasons why stuff is so expensive for me. Well, where money is going, but like, I'm trying to set a limit of DoorDash only once a week, if anything. I'm trying to make it so I only DoorDash once every 2 weeks. But I can't help but, like, after I do a long stream and everything is closed, I just don't feel like leaving. I just don't feel like leaving the house. I know that's kind of like, maybe that's just lazy of me. When I look at the numbers, DoorDash doesn't actually seem that much in comparison to the amount of food I'm getting, because like a single DoorDash meal will last me 2 to 3 meals, right? Some of the things I get, right? Because paying minimums on one debt so you can pay off another debt entirely is often better than trying to eat them together. It's like consolidating because it's so useful. You're not the kind of person to consolidate, just use up all your credit lines, are free to back up. Guess what your expenses are, but unless you're paying over $2,000 a month in bills, you have plenty of disposable income. Then maybe I just don't know how to handle money. Maybe I just don't know how to handle money then. Maybe I should go back to... Maybe I should do some inventory on all my expenses. I think part of it might be like when I'm at home, I actually eat very frugally, but like when I go out to work, right, I pick up food typically. And that can vary from sometimes I'm only paying, like I get like a couple drinks and like a food item. That can vary from like $6 to $8 to sometimes up to $15, depending on what I feel like eating that day. It probably also doesn't help that the insurance policy I get through my employer is kind of dog shit and very expensive. I would make a lot more. Honestly, maybe I should not get my insurance policy next year. And just like, I don't go to the doctor all that often. Like, what's nice about the insurance policy is it makes some of my medications more affordable. Not all of them. But I'm easily paying like $90 every weekly paycheck for an insurance policy that barely covers anything. Like maybe what I should do is just say screw it to the insurance policy and use like good RX or something. You know what I mean? Kind of bouncing from one thing to another, which I get, but you gotta get this on paper. Yeah. I'll see what I can do about like putting everything on paper. What's probably been also helping is that I quit energy drinks, so I'm not spending money on monsters all the time. Today is my 7th day of no energy drink. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, guys? Owning your car can help save money too. Yeah, I own my car. I own my car. I overpaid for my car, but I own my car. I didn't overpay too much. It does, well, okay. I overpaid for my car. My car is probably only worth like $2,000 on the used market. Insurance only thinks it's worth $1,000. But I paid for it in the height of COVID. So I got overcharged for it. Should we buy the bugs some gamer subs? I don't have a... Oh, I don't have a gamer subs code. Oh, you mean just get gamer subs for me? I have gamer subs. I just don't really feel like using it. How much you'd waste on lease? You're good. For a vehicle that's probably only worth $2,000 on the used market, I paid like almost double. I paid like $4K. For my vehicle. But I paid for it outright. You know, I didn't get any weird payment plans. That's not bad. Yeah. It could be worse. Brittany Bridges Whiteley, thank you for the $25 tip. Crush that debt? Yeah, thank you. I'll try my best. Remember that in COVID that a used one cost more than a new one? This is because it could be immediately available. Oh. That's peace of mind. Yeah, for a vehicle that just keeps running. It just runs. How full is that, actually? Oh, this is full. We can sell this. What happened? Why is it not moving? There you go. Have you used this also? That's probably why they say it's only worth 1K. Yeah. Just got home from work? I used this spreadsheet to track my finances back when my money was tight. It was rewarding to see how much I saved in the bottom line every month. Jackknifed a little bit? Yeah. Don't care for more? Yeah. That's fair. I just want to, like... I feel like I want to expand my skills, but at the same time, it costs money to expand my skills. Like, I talk about, like, okay, I think it'd be cool to learn how to MIG weld. Well, like, I would need to buy a MIG welder, right? I would need to buy metal to practice with. You know, I would love to, like, have the equipment to do that. You know, there are classes I can take. All of those cost money, right? Or I guess I could just learn on YouTube, but even then, it's like... you right now, so as long as you can take care of it, it shouldn't be similar to what you purchased it for. Fire metal for free at a scrapyard. I guess I could. I could just buy random body panels from the pick and pull or something from the junkyard. Junkyard. It's like a Facebook Marketplace, similar unwanted welding gear. You mean stolen welding gear? Stolen right out of the construction yard gear? That the police will come looking for? And once your debt is paid, you have to go to what school? But you seeking a job for that? Or are you just throwing money at us so you have knowledge you'll never actually use? Well, right now, my college degree is knowledge I'll never actually use. Just being honest. This is what you want to do with that welding? Exactly, don't repeat that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know exactly what I want to do. Think of being in debt, I think someone has 3,000 accumulating interest on a credit, not someone who writes a check worth 5% of their monthly income for the bank every month to be. That's an expense. If you're looking to work in welding, then go for it. I don't know where I plan to work. I always do that. I'm always so indecisive. I ended up screwing myself over in high school by being so indecisive because I didn't realize I needed a concentration to graduate, but I had literally just been doing whatever I wanted all through high school. Just like, oh, that sounds interesting, I'll do that. That sounds interesting, I'll do that. No, I want to do your mom. Oh, wow. You know what I mean? So I ended up screwing myself over. Story of my life. Right, and dude, what really sucks is that in high school, they didn't even tell me that I needed a concentration until senior year. Picking the last classes for the last semester. They're like, oh, by the way, you need a concentration. I'm like, you didn't tell me this until high school is already almost over with? What do you mean? Like, I would have changed my plans entirely. I thought I could literally just keep taking whatever credits I wanted. And you're telling me now that I need a concentration? Oh my god. What a shitty school system. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with my life. As long as I can pay the bills, that's good enough, I guess. Hard to find your lane. Honestly, in my position, I looked into it partially because I had the software to prove myself, so it's partially luck, partially skill. Oh. This does only matter if you intend on selling. If you ride a buggy until it's worth nothing, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm probably going to keep my vehicle until it disintegrates out from underneath me. Or something. It's like... Yeah. I'm just gonna keep it. So do my cars, drive them until they're totally dead and go buy another cheap car. Yeah. They put me into vocational classes that would have benefited me greatly. Oh. Something I was really good at, but unfortunately I guess I should have pursued it more. I should have known to pursue that instead of what I went for in college. I used to be really good in CAD. I loved CAD. CAD was so easy and fun in high school. But I don't even know what kind of job you would call that. Took a drafting class as well. It was fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I just remade things from video games. Certified in a machine shop. I liked making things from video games. One of the things I made was literally the flare gun from Team Fortress 2. Recycling tables that make signs and stuff in CAD. Oh. When considering things like this and having difficult conversations rather than giving up on life and ignoring everything. I want to have more money to put into things. Like, I want to get a better paying job so I can put more money into things like streaming or anything else I might turn into content creation. Because I never look at something by itself as a just, you know, scratching an itch Twitchy has. Every single hobby I've gotten into has manifested itself on stream as well and become content as well, right? Unironically, like, if I was to get like some sort of project car, or if I was to try and learn how to weld or something, unironically I would make videos about it, or I would do a stream about it. I would get like a GoPro, my laptop. I would try to do fun things with you guys. Like, imagine if instead of a whiteboard, right, where people write the names of their chatters on it, I have a big sheet of metal and I try to use like make material to spell your name. You know what I mean? I think that'd be fun. Buy kayak and go fishing. I would love to go fishing. I also have like an interest in these big vehicles like you see in this game. And I'm just like, well, okay, what would it take to go into like the manufacturing business of these things? You know, what if I worked for like a heavy equipment manufacturer or something? You know, doing something, I don't know. Maybe just being an office worker there. To do something like that, incredible, you need a very good storage area. Maybe just try being a mechanic. I'm trying to do more mechanic stuff. I'm trying to learn more car stuff in real life. Just like for fun and also for my own upskilling. But I went to school for computers. Right. Something I really am fascinated by is there's a YouTuber named Ronald Finger, and he recently released a video called Modernizing a Vintage Car, and the title has some clickbait and the thumbnail is clickbait, make you thinking he's doing an engine swap, but what he actually does is really fascinating to me. Guy named Finger, yeah. Ronald Finger is the YouTuber. What he does is obscene. He talks about like he's working on a vehicle that doesn't have like a computer, right? It's a very old classic car that doesn't have a computer controlling things. He takes a classic car and modernizes it, quote unquote, with like a custom computer, like custom like fuel system. Like he makes the air intake digital and controlled by the computer, and it like he manages to remove so much like excessive wiring and the like for something a lot simpler, and he actually has like an increase in performance and fuel efficiency after doing all these things. And it's just like, dude, it's so, he modernized the classic. Yeah, it was really cool because he takes like an old engine and he just puts modern features on it, and it's all reversible, by the way. Everything he did was reversible, and he gets really crazy at parts because he's like, at some point he's manufacturing his own parts. I mean, he's paying other people, like he designs the parts and then he pays other people to build it for him, like to like a machine shop to make it for him. But you get what I mean? Like, it's like the opposite of bubbling a rifle. Yeah, it's very cool what he does. Like, I would really recommend anyone look at Ronald Finger's video, Modernizing a Vintage Car. Also check out his other videos. Like he restores a vehicle. Like he likes to fix up vehicles. I think I like his content a lot, right? He's a very good storyteller. That's cool shit. Yeah. He created like I mean, not to spoil everything, but like he made like his own sensor for like the position of the camshaft in the vehicle, which was really important for like recognizing like which cylinders are currently firing, because you know his vehicle, the way it worked, right, is that it would literally just flood all the cylinders with fuel all the time whenever it was time, whenever the engine needed fuel. And it was just like, that's just so inefficient and wasteful on gas. So he made it so that it, you know, the car actually knew what cylinders needed fuel. I might check out a category called Rusto mods. junkyard digs. He brings cars, pickups, and farm equipment back to life. That sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. I would love to, if I had space and money, I would love to just like get old stuff and bring it back to life. There's this other YouTuber I watch called Simon Fordman, he buys exclusively like classic cars and he just brings them back to life. He gets them at least running. And it's like a silence restoration video. I love watching him work on things. Hold on, let me allow this message. No whole video where you got a John Deere 620 running, you used it to put 5 acres of corn, and then in the fall he dragged out a 6,600 John Deere combine out of his shed to harvest it. Oh wow. Uses airfuel ratio to tell if it's too much or rich, allowing it to run at optimum fuel. Oh. Two-stroke motor out of a hardware store bits? What the? Yeah, I want to know how to change my own oil. I want to know how to I want to have the tools and the know-how to be able to do stuff like work on my own brakes, you know. But I don't know. Right now I'm thinking about, man, I think I need to get my brakes redone for my vehicle. And it'll cost like half the value of the vehicle right now. It'll cost probably, I think it's like $200 per axle for me to get my brakes done. Professionally. And I'm just like, man, I don't even know if they'll do, like, they say they'll cover pads. But like, what if I need something more than that? Like, what if I need like what if I need more? I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. Problems with driving a beater until it's worthless. Eventually you start putting more money into the car than it's worth. Yeah. Well, it just, I figured brakes would be more inexpensive, but they're not. But like, part of the reason why I picked the vehicle I picked was because, oh, well, it's very easy to work on is what everyone tells me. But at the same time, if you're going to the shop anyways, they're just gonna charge you a flat fee no matter how much it costs, no matter how difficult it is. So I got a vehicle that's easy to work on, but at the same time, it's still just expensive as anything else. Because there's some stuff I'm a little scared to do myself. Like I would love to be able to do my own brakes someday. But like I'm also terrified of doing it because if I fuck that up, I'm just dead. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not gonna be able to stop my car. And then I'll be dead. Cutting the hole in the bottom of Flintstone it. True. My Extremely complicated to change your brakes, especially if they're disc brakes. My rear brakes are drums. Emergency brakes. If hydraulics fail, oh. Drums are a brain in the ass, even if you're mechanically inclined. I'll learn drums soon. You really have to change the rear brakes once the braking is done in the front of the vehicle. So it's a 40s. Oh, so you're telling me I could just go in and get my front pads changed. Right. I can have them look over the whole thing and just tell them, okay, I only want the pads changed. And then later on, if I really need to, I can go to the shop again and get the drums done. Your rear brakes are drums? How old is this beater of yours? Older than Seki. Cradle robber? No! Maybe the pads of your rotors still have enough metal on them. Just get them and check the back, but usually those don't need to be checked for a while. And your Nissan branded. Oh. Nissan branded drum brakes for over 20 years. I see. When you brake, all the momentum in your car shifts to the front, right? And that means your front takes the most of the braking force and wear. Oh, okay. And I don't brake super hard. Are you, Twitchy? I'm doing good. I ease into my brakes very easily. Is there a way I can tell? Is there a way I can tell by looking at a brake pad without disassembling it that I need to get them done? I don't think there is. I think I would have to take the tires off. I think if you don't brake hard, it'll make your brakes and tires last a lot longer. A flashlight and visual inspection. Only where indicators on brake pads make a squealing noise when they're low. I see. I'll take a listen out. Let off the gas early and use brakes to the final stop. Most of your braking should be at the rolling resistance of the car. If the wheels have an open design, you can probably see them and inspect the thickness of the pad with a caliper. Oh. They squeak when you get low on pad. Okay, I'll listen for... I don't know. Maybe if it squeaks, it's very quiet. I don't know if it squeaks currently. I'll listen. Are they designed to squeak if they're low? Like, is that on purpose? Do brake pad manufacturers have it so they squeak on purpose? When approaching red lights. Then the squeak to be loud. Oh. Oh. So I don't think I've heard it then. I don't think I've heard it then. Indicators that start making noise and they're about... Sometimes they can... When they get about 2 millimeter thick. Oh, I see. Then maybe I'm okay. Then maybe I'm okay, because I haven't heard a crazy squeak or anything. I have a little bit of a suspension squeak. The mechanic tell you that you need brakes? No, I'm just going off of... The reason why I'm concerned about my brakes is because, like, okay, every once in a while, I have to put in more brake fluid. Because I might have a very, very, very slow brake fluid leak. Right? Or it could just be... that the general wear and tear, because as you know, as things become more worn, the space for the brake fluid gets taken up. Like you need more brake fluid to fill in the gaps as calipers need to extend more to push the pads in. Yeah, the fluid goes down as you use the pads. Yeah, that's what I think is actually happening. I don't think I actually have a leak. I think what's actually happening is the fluid goes down as you use the pads, right? And I think what's happened is it's just gone down enough to where I've had to refill it a couple times. And I'd say, in the entire lifespan of having the vehicle, I've refilled the brake fluid, just like topped it off, not like a complete refill, at least 2 or 3 times in the 5+ years of owning it. And it has been very softly driven. It only really started getting driven recently. That seems like a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. You do have to do it more often and you start to notice it, and it's probably a pinhole leak. Yeah. I'll take a look at it again. You might be getting close to needing pads if you're filling it that many times. Yeah, 2 to 3 times in the last like 5+ years. That's why I'm thinking, okay, I might need pads. Fluid level decreasing from where? Yeah. We might be getting there. We might just be getting to that point. Who knows? Maybe I might have to, like... I might have to cancel a stream and just go to the car place and have them work on my vehicle. You don't fill it? It's never gotten low enough that you need to fill it before replacing pads? There was one time I opened the reservoir and it was like empty. Almost empty. You go just to check your pads visually by taking off the tire. I don't have the equipment to take off tires. I need to buy like tools and stuff, right? Like a set of tools to keep inside the vehicle. Are you braking highway versus city driving? Harbor Freight, yeah. The thing is, I bought like a dedicated OEM like spare tire parts kit for my vehicle once, and it was the wrong one. Like it didn't, it was like for a different year or something. And it made me grumpy. Emergency plans are empty and bleed the system and fill it to full so it never gets close to low before the pads wear out. You need to make a video on inspecting brake pads? You don't have to do all that. I would have to take, the thing is, I think I have to take my tire off. which I just don't have the tools for right now. Well, the main reason why the spare tire kit didn't work was because it, what was it? Actually, I can't remember. I had it at the tip of my tongue, but I lost it. Check a pawn shop. Sometimes when you go to the junkyard and you find a vehicle just like yours, you can find the spare parts there. A jack from one for $35. Oh, nice. I might just have to do that then. Go to a pawn shop and buy stuff. I have a shop on all the tools, so it's easy. Maybe my vehicle. Yeah. That's another thing I want. Like, that's one of the things I think about, right? As to why I want to make more money. Is like, I would love to have, like, here's some current goals I have. I want to have my own space, right? I want to have my own space. I want to have my own place where I can work on things comfortably. The thing is, right now I can't do that because I live with a hoarder who takes up over 90% of the space in the house with garbage. And I can't do that. I just can't do that, right? I want to be able to move out. That's like my big desperation right now as to why I want to make more money is so that I can move out. Because I'm just tired of being stuck. I'm constantly stuck. Like, I can't do the things I want to do because I don't have the space for it because it's not my own space. Which is tragic. Can I flash on your mirror and go make a video? Because you're stressing me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to stress you. I don't mean to stress you. Living in an apartment and not having a garage is driving me insane. Mostly just because they care. Yeah. I think everybody, for the most part, wants a garage where they can work on things. Alright, we're good to sell this wheat. We still have plenty of wheat left. This is the most important part of the vehicle to see, so a possible leak is a big no-no. Which is why maybe I should have a professional look at it. I mean, when I park in not the grass, right? I don't ever see any puddles or anything forming around stuff. I don't ever see any puddles on the concrete or asphalt. Or on the road. Or like parking lots. from my vehicle, right? That's why I think if there is a leak, it's so slow, it doesn't matter. I think if you actually had a leak in your braking system, you'd be filling it way more frequently. Yeah, I think so too. Fluid only leaks when you press the brakes if there is a leak. Yeah. Brakes don't really have enough fluid in the reservoir for a big puddle. Any leak on brakes is a big deal. Oh. I'll take a look at it when I'll take a look at it after stream. I'll take a look at it after stream. Everything broke once. I got into the car, put into gear, and put the pedal to the floor with no effort. Had to call AAA to get it towed. We're making money. Remember, if you have a parking brake, if the pedal stops working. Oh, true. True. Bum 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 bum. We have 13K now. We started stream with like 6K. Selling all of our wheat. Magnetic spare key hidden somewhere on the vehicle. Oh. It's like e-brake drifts. You're making bank, yeah. I just wish we could have, we had a silo to store stuff until later. That would have been ideal. If you looked into getting more hours or second job, it's obviously hard, but often the most simple way. If you could only make 3K a month, just getting a job that makes adds to 1K is a massive benefit. That's a financial boon. It's like make more and spend less is the move. Eat more, eat less of finances, but you can do it. It works. In a way, streaming is that. It's just I don't make a whole lot of money from streaming. Not to be like critical, like saying people aren't giving enough. It's just like I'm happy for any amount I receive. I would do this for free, but it's like streaming does supplement my income. I think part of the reasons we can play corn. I just wish, like, part of me wishes I kind of grew into a larger streamer. So that, yeah, I would love to one day, if I could, if it was feasible and I could do it easily, if I could support myself from just streaming, then I would do that, you know. I think that would be a lot of fun. But it's just not feasible for a majority of streamers. A majority of streamers will have to work full-time, like me. You know? And I'm okay with that, right? I mean, as a hobby and to be viewed as one rather than a reliable source of income, I would do it for free. It's perfect. Yeah. If I started a second job that wasn't streaming, not to really refer to this as a job, but then I wouldn't have time to stream and I would be miserable. It'd be a lot of fun to win the lottery too. The odds are similar. If you're a full-time streamer, do we stop doing it for free? Well, if I was a full-time streamer and I relied on it for income, then I would probably push subs a lot harder. I'd probably make more decisions on what games I play, less based on what I want to play, and more so, you know, what I think will best help grow the channel, right? Because in a way, one could argue that this stream is a nightmare, you know, because it's like, I like playing this game, but like, we've been streaming for an hour and no new followers. Okay, well then, one would argue that this is bad for growth. But I don't really care. I want to play this game, so I'm gonna play it. But if I was full-time streamer, I would be forced to pay attention to things like that, right? You're running so much, look at those fields. That's part of why I was like, that's part of why when I did try full-time streaming, I very quickly got upset. Because like, I get so focused on my fixations that if I'm not given them, I'll get upset, right? I'd get really, really upset or something. Like when I quit my job in October of 2024, my office lady job, I tried full-time streaming and I streamed a lot. I streamed a whole heck of a lot, but there were some times I just had to stop. Like I had to not do anything that day because I was burning out so quickly from playing games that I felt like they were interesting. They're games I like, but they weren't games that were my current fixation. So it led to me being very, very upset, yeah, about streaming, and it made me feel like streaming was kind of a hassle. I mean, one streamer doesn't want to be a large streamer. No shame in that, as long as you're realistic with what you want and do and what you need to do. Like if you had to stop streaming for a couple months to go grind yourself to the bone 60 hours a week in order to put yourself in a better place financially for the future, make more money long term, eventually have more free time dedicated to streaming, that could be what you need to do. Short-term hardship for long-term gain, yeah, that's reasonable. Hobbies tend to not be fun anymore when you do them for a job, right? That's fair. That's entirely fair. That is entirely fair. Myself, but it's also good you identified that burnout. Getting burnt out from playing games is silly phrase in itself. This stuff is meant to be fun. Yeah. But now I'm in a position where I'm kind of eagerly wanting to stream full time. Now I'm in a position where it's like, I feel like I want to stream every day. I feel like there's a game I want to play every day. There's games I want to play so bad. I want to play Songs of Six on stream. I want to play like I want to play Songs of Six again. I want to play like the Mech Warrior and Battletech games. I want to play My Summer Car. I want to play Car Mechanic Sim, especially the new one when it comes out. Like there's a demo that came out that I want to play. I'm like itching, like scratching myself, like oh my, like a crackhead. Like come on, I wish I had more time to stream. That's the position I'm in right now. I wish I could stream. Like if I had one more day of streaming, I would probably be really happy. Hi, do the quiet. How are you? Get a part-time employment, give yourself an extra stream time while still having a job. Maybe working part-time and making less money is the play. What's that? You want to play Hyperfixation Scratcher 9000? Too bad it doesn't pay bills. Back to Fortnite? Oh god. I don't want to play Fortnite. Fortnite is evil. Nice to meet you. Hello. Hello. I just showed up a 19-minute gameplay video. I like what I saw. Exodus? Exodus. Oh, we need to buy gas for our Carmine. Or the absolute suicidal hell spiral that was getting big on Tarkov, trying to break out and not lose 95% of their audience. Yeah. I mean, War Thunder and Tarkov are those kinds of games where if it's like the main thing you play, like it's hard to get your audience to stay around for anything. I think I've done a pretty good job of being variety enough to where people show up for most things, right? People know that I just play whatever, right? And the main thing people stay for is the yappage, right? People like listening to my voice, and I really appreciate that, right? I don't want to think about it, right? Very likable personality. I try to be. I try to be very likable. I had an interesting moment with my... Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I had a very interesting thing happen with my boss. There was something I had something I had fixed at work, and a lot of people at work actually like me a lot. I got written up at work, but then when I read the write-up, it said commendation for going above and beyond. They marked performance as an issue, and the performance was going above and beyond. They used a write-up slip to tell me I was doing a good job. And then my boss personally texted me and was like, not to give you a big head or anything, but literally whenever I ask anyone about anything, they talk about you like you're a rock star. I'm just like, oh, all right. It feels good to be appreciated. And I'm glad people like hanging out with me. What does being a rock star of night security guarding look like? It looks like I have a lot of free time at work. And then I get to, because I have a lot of free time, I have the ability to snoop around and check other people's work and catch the mistakes they did. Stoopy buggy. Well, I literally came from a job where I was an auditor. Well, I audited for a year. For the 3.5 years I was an office lady, one of those years I spent it as an auditor. And that's crazy. Literally all I did was I would snoop and I would check other people's work randomly. And I don't know, part of me just kind of feels like I want to make sure things are done right, because if they're not done right, they just come back to us later. Alright, I get to get out of here, but it's been fun watching you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. I'll try my... Yeah, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'll try my best to get a grip on things. The camera work is horrendous, but I think I made sense and clearly demonstrated how to check your pad wheels on a vehicle. Okay. Are you posting it on YouTube? Is it gonna be on your YouTube channel? Are you gonna make a mechanic help video channel? It's unlisted because it's quick and dirty. It's just gonna post a link here or DM on Twitter. You can just put it in. You can DM me in my server. Are you in my server, or you can DM me on Twitter. That works too. That works too. You can't link in my chat because I've got links disabled because stream bots will post links randomly. Okay, you got paid to induce heart attacks. What? Being an auditor? Oh yeah. You'll be like, oh, I'm a... when I like to tell people when I'm on the phone with like tech support or any kind of support really, I tell them, oh, I used to be a big scary call auditor. I think that's fun to say. One last bit of wheat. Okay, sent on Twitter. Alright, I'll check it out after stream. I think we got everything. Let's see. Growth. Cultivated. Needs rolling. We got all the wheat, guys. We got all the wheat. Let's see. Maybe we're really close to what I had said, payout-wise. All right, we need to go to the gas station. I'm gonna refuel this vehicle and then go to the gas station. Well, go to the gas station and refuel this vehicle. Yeah. Needs a full tank of gas. And then we'll try seeing what happens when we roll the stubble. Does the wheat just start growing again if you roll it? I have no idea, actually. Let's check this one. Yeah, we're not good to plant wheats again until September. So what I might do is roll the wheat, roll the field, and see what happens. Look at all the cars. It's a whole convoy of them. Oh, this vehicle, this combine only has 3 speeds. It's old. One speed, one mode, go. Yeah. That's a funny way to put that, Hex. Saying that I induce heart attacks by being an auditor. Bucky Sheen? Sheen? You ever met an honor you're happy to see? I haven't. That's fair. I don't know if that's possible. Duckies. Refuel. I just sneezed so bad. Sorry, I had to mute for a second. Something I learned is that apparently gas and car companies are start putting 50% ethanol in regular gas, so anything older than 2015 can't run on regular gas. What? What the? Yeah, they offer ethanol-free options at gas stations. All right. We have to go back and sell the last of our harvest. And I guess we can take a look at the books afterwards and see, you know, everything we spent money on. You understand, comrade, we have to do this. Your car shouldn't even be running on any gasoline. Do you care about the environment? The New World Order isn't coming fast enough. What? Stars 300ZX has to take premium fuel. I don't know what the 300ZX is. Is that the car he's been posting on Twitter? It looks cool. It looks cool. A Nissan? Ooh. Not just like a plea on it though. I just learned it from my... So it hopefully isn't true or like gets shot down. First they take the lead out the gas. Then they start putting corn in the gas. What's next? Then they're gonna stop making gas have its unique yummy flavor. Shame. 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 How dare they? Take the lead out of me and put corn in me. Corn. Corn. Let's park this one all the way over here. You know, it's pretty much trying to force everyone to buy a newer car, even though they know newer cars suck. Well, I mean, even for older cars, they add additives, right? You could just buy the additive that you need. Like, even, you can still drive, like, even cars that require leaded fuel. They make additives that you just add to regular fuel. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Well, I guess there's not really a way to take the ethanol out of gasoline. He's drifting. Whoa. Replace your engine with a jet turbine? Jet fuel is cheaper than average gas. Really? True. I saw someone put a boat engine in a car. What's my gang? Nothing much. Just farming. Yapping. We were yapping about finances, investments. Yapping about work. Yapping about cars and brakes and stuff. We're just yapping. Having a comfy time. How long until you drive a motorized wheelbarrow to work? That would be funny. I'm not gonna be separated, but the average person's not gonna go through the hassle. Right, yeah. How does one separate ethanol from fuel? Students also don't like transient loads. The most efficient way to use the engine on a car would be as a generator for electric motors. Oh. You need a large container to dispense gasoline into, then add water to it that attracts water, and then it precipitates out the gasoline. What? Putting water in your fuel to remove the ethanol? Crazy. That's crazy. All right, this is the last bit of our wheat harvest. Okay. We started the game with 100K. We've spent about 100K on all of our equipment, on all of our stuff, right? And we've just made our first profit, and our first profit is about, like I said, it'd be about 15K. We've actually spent like part of our profit on this wagon, remember? So it's actually closer to 16K. Closer to 16K-ish. I think that's pretty good. So in a couple years in game, we'll have enough money to buy another farmland. You know, the heating oil is basically the same as diesel, with a dye added because they'll find you if you run a vehicle with this heating oil. It doesn't have the fuel taxes. Oh. Removing ethanol from gasoline also decreases its octane, meaning you have to add octane booster to the fuel prior to running it in a vehicle. Oh. You done good. Yeah. I mean, is it insane profits? No, but we're on hard mode. We're on hard financial mode. So like, we're also at the whim of whatever the wheat costs at the time, right? Once we have another harvest, we'll be able to afford a silo, and then we can hold off and just wait until better prices come around for things, right? That's what'll happen. As a farmer, it feels weird in a good way. Yeah. Let's get this roller. I want to see what this roller does. Did that do anything? Growth needs rolling. It doesn't seem like rolling is doing anything. Yeah, I don't think rolling is doing anything. I think we're good to plow the field again. We'll plow the field, we'll roll it, and then after that, we'll start progressing until we can plant. Then we'll plant, and then we'll wait for another year. Even if you could find an airport that would just let you buy a jerry can of jet fuel, it's illegal to use in a jet-powered car because you only paid the airport tax on it, not the road tax. What? Is that how that works? Buggy farm stream? Yeah. American law in action. Yeah. All right. Let's see. We need to plow this field. Let's see, actually, are we in a position to where we could get a fertilizer? Lime. Fertilizer spreader. This one's cheaper. Spraying sheet. Wheels and spraying sheet. Huh, okay. And what is this one? Just a really basic one. We might have to try this out. There's a hand pushable tool. Manual spreader, but this is only for manure. Wait, no, you can put regular... If I speak, I will glow? What? Oh, this one's not upgradable at all. But this one holds a lot more. Okay, well, that's something we can also potentially do, is fertilize the field. It should increase our harvest. Maybe that's what we'll do, actually. Because, like, fertilization, right now the field is 0% fertilized. We have 14K. We should be able to afford fertilizer equipment. And also, yeah, we should be able to afford fertilizer equipment, fertilizer and seeds easily, and anything else that pops up. I think we only did this harvest at 50% fertilized. And you know, they have direct contribute, they contribute directly to our yields, so that might be worth doing. Open cover. Close cover. Oh. The cover of our, okay. It's time to start plowing the field. I want to see the lines. Lower plow. There we go. I wonder what it'll do to this stuff. Okay, it'll get rid of it. That's fine. That's fine. It wasn't supposed to be made in the first place. There you go. Wanna go buy from Steed? This tractor can run on a lot of, like, I don't think we've refilled I don't think we've refilled the tank once on this thing. This tractor is insanely fuel efficient or something. Come on. This will take at least an hour to plow the entire field. Well, we still have a strip in the middle we don't need to plow. Bum, 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 bum. Hey. Hey, Gultma. Posture check? Okay. I just popped my back. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, like, I don't know. I think what would really help me when it comes to, I really one day want to hit partner on Twitch. I hope I could. I hope I can. I hope I'm good enough to hit partner someday. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm not gonna do, like, I don't know if I'll ever do a partner push unless I'm really close. Like, if my average CCV per stream was like 65 or something, then I would do a partner push. And then you'll make it Twitchy? Yeah. I get so jelly sometimes. I get so jelly. Especially when there's people I know who started streaming later than me, but they stream full time. Like, if I feel like if I was able to stream full time, then I'd be able to hit partner. I feel like the way things are currently, I'll probably be on track to hit partner maybe like another 2 years from now. And the grind the ASMR grift? No! ASMR evil. Partners get a bigger cut? Yeah, exactly. You know, if I could get a bigger cut, that would be pretty nice. If I was large enough to get partner and also get a larger cut, then that would be pretty sweet. Because it's like I said, right now, as an affiliate, the split is 50-50 with Twitch. Right? So, and I make about 200 a month from streaming. Like, I make it no secret. Like, I'm not afraid to talk about that kind of thing. Right? If I could have a better cut, then I would just have more of that, you know? Be a lot better off. Because like I said, like I paid 260 in college debt every month. You know, if I just consistently made like another 50 bucks every month from streaming, it'd pay off the entirety of college debt, right? Like, it would pay off my college debt every month. In addition to the money from me working full-time going into paying college debt. I've still got like 14K left in college debt. I'm thinking about like making some plays, like I don't know if it's a good idea. But like if I have like a savings account. I have like some investments accounts. Like if I liquidated all of that, then I would have very, very little college debt left. But then I would have no savings, you know? I don't even know why that got auto-modded. What did the auto mod even say that was for? That's weird. Weird. Sorry, I keep having a cough. Nothing was highlighted? Yeah. You contribute to your current earnings is just not even close to live from. I'm not saying it's enough to live from. It would just help my... Because I still say that with in the context of me working full-time. It's just it would help with the margins. I think it just went iron reading all that, fam. So what you said. So even if you quadruple your current earnings to be not close enough to live off from, I see what you mean with the ROI not being good. What I'm saying is that it's cool if it happens. So don't let your happiness hinge on some silly corporate label or arbitrary milestone. I don't know. I don't know if it's just an arbitrary milestone to me. When I first started streaming, I was growing so quickly that I was under the impression that I would hit partner within that year, within my first year of streaming. But then that didn't happen. So now I feel like I've kind of like let you guys down somehow. I feel like hitting Twitch partner would set it like a box in my brain to let me know, like, would tell me that, like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm a good streamer, I think. Maybe. I hope I'm a good streamer. Maybe people don't like the peeks behind the curtain that I offer. Like clarify things and against you growing. I just don't want to let that make you unhappy. Yeah. You told me in the past. Yeah, there's been a couple times I've been extra brainwormy. This makes you more real. You're streaming for your community regularly and people enjoy your stuff. What are you doing to let anyone down? You're just doing everything you need to do. I feel like, in a way, and this is probably brainworms, not having hit partner in a way makes it feel like I did let people down, you know? Like, if I had magically kept everyone who was here when I first started, then I probably would have hit partner. You know, lots of things have happened. Lots of things have happened. There was like a... I want to do better. I want to do better, guys. I think you guys deserve me at my best, and there was definitely a time period where you guys got me at my worst. Where you guys got me where I came into every stream emotionally charged and vented every stream and complained about life all the time, and I felt like such a drag. You know, I hated that I did that. Even though that, because that scared off some people, and new people came, but the new people that came were kind of like concerned parasocial, you know? And I don't want to make people concerned. It was a bad day or two. Yeah, but I spent entire like couple of months venting about stuff going on, where it turned into like some people referred to my stream and just said that like all Twitchy does is complain, and I'm just like, damn, maybe you're kind of right. Maybe I do just complain. Even I feel like sometimes there were some days where everything is fine, but I would just can't help myself but complain. Right now, honestly, things are good. I just want more. Maybe I'm too ambitious. I always want more, right? Like I want to be able to afford the things I need. Or at least I want. I don't know if I need. Like complaining about us complaining about her complaining. I wonder if there's a couple bad months or years, lives. This is fine. I think you keep for more and watch someone else. I guess so. That's fair. New people coming and realizing that the non-solo streamer has a soul. Yeah. I don't think I'm capable of doing kayfabe. I try to a little bit, like if I'm ever referring to you guys as stowaways, because that's still the name for my fans, believe it or not. I still call you guys stowaways. But I almost never say it. I typically refer to people as chat or as by your individual names. This video a couple weeks ago and I've been enjoying everything since. Oh, thank you. Your butt pirate crew. Oh my god. Space pirates. I'm considering... I want to put Star System back on the menu. But it's like, again, I find myself like struggling to find time to play. Chaz is real? Chat mods? Any doubters in chat? Now is not the time to put Star System on the menu? Really? Yeah, but I've taken like a huge break from the game. You know, we've barely played it for a while. I would want to watch someone if I... What those are said is exactly right. Gotta try to think, what would I want to watch if I were someone that would I want to attract to my streams? Easy convincing people to stay and watch. It should be more about finding the people who would enjoy to be here and just don't know yet. Oh, that's fair. The simple farmer? There's real Star Citizen currently, the server errors and all. Really? Server errors are back. That's kind of wild, huh? Hello, El Monte. Does crushing this stuff... Okay, so what does putting the straw back into the field do? Doesn't putting this... I thought putting the straw back into the field would turn into more fertilizer. We'll turn into fertilizer for it. New alien cargo ship is a bunch of purple, so that's a plus. Nice. The Raylan. Bagman can do it, you can do it? Yeah. I want to be a partner like Pickle and Bagman. I still want to do more stuff with them. It's just like... Oh my god. Schedules. My man hates it sometimes. Being bald or crippled? No. I have not. I wish I was in a position to raid Bagman more often. I haven't raided him in forever because the time slots just don't work out. Aspect for helping draw attention is advertising, not like a digital sense, but for lack of a better term, clip farming and pushing YouTube shorts might be help visibility. Oh yeah. I was paying for shorts pretty regularly to get created. In fact, when I get back to work, I'm going to go through our last Farm Sim stream and get some of the funny clips from that one, from the talking points. I might have to make the video myself though. Because it seems the person I was hiring, the editor I was hiring, is fully booked. Which is sad. Good view counts, yeah. Yeah, I want to do more shorts. And clips. Well, the last clip I did didn't do that well. I know some people might think, oh no, Chizzy, don't go number chasing. Well, let's find a number chase on a video. Give me a clip so I can do some damage. What? It's already there? I think we just need to highlight it. Yeah. If I could pay, and like, if I could pay someone to clip and edit automatically and just post on my channel, I would. Like, to just, yeah. If I could do that, to where I don't need to do any of the editing myself or clipping myself, I would love to do that. Because even with the current thing I had going on, I had to find time to clip stuff myself. I am in the market for an editor, by the way. Like, because it seems like the editor I was working with got fully booked with work last time I checked their VGen. So now I'm in the market again. So if any of you are really good at clipping and want to make shorts or clips for me, then let me know, because I'll pay you. Genuinely. You can do any? Can send you some of my old projects. Maybe I can try one day. I mean, if any of you just ever want to make a clip channel and just clip me, that'd be cool too. I want to figure out a workflow for myself. Yeah, this is kind of like like if I was streaming full time, then I would do this myself, right? But I don't. I stream whenever I can, to be honest. And then I also work full time. You know, I have to allocate some of that full time. If I want to grow the channel, I have to allocate some of the resources from working full time, such as making, you know, the money I make, into investing into the channel more. Better to have clips on the main channel since you could dual YouTube, stream YouTube as well. Right. But I don't know the algo. Right. I mean, typically for something like shorts, I'd also want to upload onto TikTok as well, right? So like cursing has to be censored, and it has to be censored thoroughly. It can't be censored just slightly. Like if you keep like the F and the K in fuck, but took the uck out of it, TikTok will still recognize it as a curse. Like you have to completely remove the entire curse and put like a sound effect over top of it. Right? Yeah. Because their AI will recognize when something is still supposed to be foul language. I've also been trying to curse less in general. I do say frick and fudge more often. But in real life too. That'd be funny. I think the one thing I can't help but say though is I can't help but saying shit. Like oh shit, holy shit, you know. I can't help but say that. I can't help but say user was banned for this post. Oh no. And Yappin. Was the throwing invisible? Oh no, it's just really slow. Why are you guys throwing stuff at me? What did I do? Slow and misaligned? Okay, why is it misaligned? Yeah, why is it misaligned? You see the... Oh. There you go. There you go, I fixed it. I don't know how it got misaligned like that. See, Seki brought it up before last stream, but it didn't make sense because every time I looked at the program, it looked aligned to me. I didn't realize it was actually misaligned in OBS. In OBS only. Which is crazy. I really don't know how that happened. Alright, let's see. I'd say that's about half the field. Maybe. Come on. All right. There you go. The government did it, I bet. Not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. I love that song. You know, most real song to ever exist, yeah. Ads incoming. Look out, ads. Race for impact. Mr. President, get down. Look at that. Team America reference? Come on. Come on. I wonder if larger wheels would help me. Get better traction or something. Maybe it would. I don't know. Just get tracks? Yeah. There are some trackers we can get with tracks instead. Like we could have like this one unironically wouldn't have been a bad one. It's just slow. This Fiat. It starts off with a 74 horsepower engine. Wheel setup, unpainted tracks. Then different cab. It looks like a snail. Looks like a World War I tank. Would you be surprised to know that World War I tanks were basically just tractors? And there's two different engine types, so we would have started off with the 74 horsepower. So technically this had the lower horsepower. But we paid 12k for ours, and this one has 130 horsepower. This might be worth actually using. It's just way slower. We have the tractor we have has a little bit more horsepower, but twice the speed. What is this one? This one has more horsepower, but is almost 40 grand. Wide tires. Narrow tires. What engines does it have? Front weight. We paid money for a front weight on ours. Here's another Fiat. $100 horsepower. That is so much for only 100 horsepower. 120 horsepower. That's 8k for that. Wow. There's also stuff like this. 50 horsepower. It's all rusty. 20 horsepower, 26 horsepower, all these John Deeres. This one would have been interesting. 80 horsepower, so it's about the same as we have currently. Then it can go up to 85, 100. Go up to 101 horsepower. But I don't think I'm gonna get a new tractor until we can get something with like I mean, there's some cultivators still here. Until we get something with like almost 200 horsepower. Double the horsepower of what we currently have. Because even these plows, yeah, these require like 240. This plow is honestly broken. It's not even supposed to be, it shouldn't even really be a plow, and we're using it. This is more like a subsoiler. Look how fast it is. It's a lot more like a subsoiler. It should be in the subsoiler section. Some things in Germany after World War I, these things being farming tractors to get around the Treaty of Versailles. Yeah. Just a big tractor. Yeah, in awe. Mm-hmm. This thing is OP. I mean, there's also some, what else could we have used? We can't use those. Disc harrowers. Shallow cultivation. I think we could use something like that. But that would be 10k. For something that's about the same. And requires more horsepower. Spaders. Do we start the lizard ranch? Fiat stands for fix it again to G. Oh no. My brain is kind of melting. I think once we finish this field, we're gonna call it. Why do you have a tank? It's not a tank, it's a tractor. Why does it have a gun? Really big wolves. True. I need to eat some actual food after stream. Your head in the fridge? Oh yeah, maybe I'm just overheated. It has been ridiculously hot lately. Maybe I am just overheated. Ow, 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 ow. Repaste your brain? True. Doom, 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 doom. Guys, did you see? Noctua has all-in-ones now. Noctua has all-in-one. Good, I hope they're reasonably priced. I think they're cheaper than some of the other stuff I see available. Considering, like, Asus will charge you like $300, $400 for all-in-one. The Noctua 420mm all-in-one is like $270 something. That's still expensive. But like, it comes with their 3 of their 2nd gen high performance fans, which are already like $30 a pop. I love the OEM life. No stinky brown fans draining my wallet. I like the brown fans. They're good. It's worth it if you aren't overclocking. I think they're worth it for the longevity of parts. Because the cooler something is, just the longer it'll last, right? You know what I mean? That's way too expensive for what you're getting. It's just an Aztec pump, 20mm rad, and some Noctua fans. Really? How much is the average cost of 420mm all-in-one? And a point of failure to error due to things like leaks. That's fair. I added it to Throne, but maybe I'll take it off of Throne then. RT makes one for 98 bucks? Really? I didn't know. I could always replace the fans on the fan on it with Noctua fans. If I wanted to. At some point, you just start paying for novelty and names. Don't take me as an expert. My question was genuine. Oh. The all-in-ones, when you're getting the same parts of different fans 95% of the time. Oh, really? I see. All-in-ones do add another point of failure because they could leak and the pumps eventually die. Well, like if a fan dies on my current setup, I just replace the fan. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, if an all-in-one dies, then it's like, oh shit, well, you need a new all-in-one. Because they won't just sell you a pump. Aztec owns the patent for on-block pump and all-in-one. So you see why that the design are just Aztec? That's why I just built custom loops, so it also stupidly expensive in some cases. Oh. I see. I didn't realize Aztec owns the patent. Bum, 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 bum. Are you sleepy, chat? Have you gotten sleepy? Am I going to sit in my corner and pretend I know what's being discussed? We're talking about cooling for your CPU on your computer. Just reading forums. The thing about all the unnecessary stuff is my time learned that non-conductive coolant is still conductive for his whole build when his reservoir leaked. Oh. Here all the way, screw liquid. That's fair. You can't be sleepy? I see. I'm kind of sleepy. I only really slept for 5 hours. I only really slept for 5 hours or so. 5.5. I'll probably nap before work. Only lay down for a little bit. Then go eat. Yeah. When it comes to liquid cooling, I ask one question. Are you overclocking or are you just a hipster? I'm obsessed with cooling. And I have a very hot CPU that I've already undervolted. I guess I could always undervolt it more. Easily get a Noctua sensor they knew about her? Yeah. Well, I don't think they like me. Cause I made a tweet about using a Noctua fan to cool down and get rid of boob sweat. Brown bug, brown fans, it's perfect. Shiny Pokeball goes so hard. True. Multi-purpose. They are multi-purpose. I saw this funny meme. Okay, let me show you this funny meme I saw. I will show you the funny meme. Maybe I'm just a dummy for thinking it's funny, but I think it's funny. Oh, it's still see-through. Hold on. Is this a funny meme? Do you think I think that's so funny to me. They're like, they don't even try to hide that they edited it. I think if I had this, Wendy's would never sponsor me. Here, for the people in the shorts format for stream, I'll make it smaller and put it in the middle of the screen for you, so you can see it just fine. It's a good freaking meme. Sure, did you repost it? No. I should have. When is it on that? Incorporated into the fast food wars? Wendy's is scary, dude. I gained so much weight in college because of Wendy's. Dude, that Asiago Ranch Spicy Chicken Club. Oh my god. With fries? And a drink? Dude, I had like night classes and the only thing that was open was like a 24-hour Wendy's. In college. I obliterated that shit regularly. I miss 24-hour anything. Yeah, I wish more stuff was 24-hour. The companies decided they don't make enough. Even though they would make money off of me, I would go there. Sending a great meme everybody will appreciate. Wish the dollar menu is still a thing? Yeah. I miss the dollar menu. Now eating at McDonald's is as much as eating out at a restaurant. It's not worth doing. I died out with the advent of buying things online. I hate it. Oh. Oh my god. It's gonna be payday soon. Isn't that amazing? How many of you get paid on Thursdays? Went to an old-fashioned Pizza Hut and trying to find out how bro paid $30 for a medium pizza. $30 for a medium pizza? Dude. Aji usually comes in on Fridays. Nice. Nice too. Apparently the people are gonna buy Pizza Hut. I don't know who. I asked if he wanted me to kill the cashier and he said no, but he hesitated. For a medium, I can get Papa John's stuffed crust, which is always large for less. Yeah. $30 for a medium pizza. That's crazy. Papa John's stuffed crust is so good. I've never had Papa John's stuffed crust. $30 whole bones? Like, get some dipping sauces? I'll just get dipping sauces from the store. Moving on, someone you're telling you how bad it is. I only think Papa John's is a little overpriced. But now it's y'all are making it sound like it's a good deal. Local chain called Mellow Mushroom. Oh. I think they're overpriced. Yeah. I mean, you can get a frozen pizza for $6. But it'll be a frozen pizza. It won't be anything amazing. I think the biggest thing I suffer with, expenses wise, is that like after a long stream, I feel like I want a DoorDash. And then sometimes the day of the payday, the food at home just feels boring. So I feel like I want a DoorDash then too. I just need to not. I just need to not DoorDash. No more DoorDash. No more. No more forever. $4.40. This just means cut them into fours and pop a slice in the toaster oven when I'm hungry. Yeah. I think that probably never had was homemade pizza co-maker made for me. Probably had drugs in it. Oh. Remember getting a pizza from a place I didn't like it and gave them a bad review? A year later they closed and I felt bad, to be honest. Why did you give them a bad review? It's just because the pizza tasted bad? Did you pick things to make it taste bad? What did you order on it? Use honey and pizza and call it Colorado style. What? Honey? The best truck driver I've ever known, but also smoked cigs, vapes, and weed pens while driving. Oh. He's hanging out my other park friends, walking over to the Walmart, getting a shitload of $1 news party pizzas. Those days are long dead. Yeah. I didn't know you had to ask for it to not come with honey. What? They serve honey on pizza? Night Assassin. Hello, Pink Cat. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you. How was ZZZ? Yeah, I saw you were playing ZZZZZ. At least I think you were. That game has hot anime women. Yes. New story? Ooh. Very long and very pog. Ooh. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. First gear. Uphill, uphill, uphill. Hanging for ZZ's reference to the average cup size to the female characters? That would be obscene. What would a ZZZ cup be? How big would that? Would you need a wheelbarrow? Would that be as big as a house? I don't think they're that big. I hope you had a good stream night. Thank you so much for choosing to raid me. We're just farming. I'm Twitchy Buggy. I'm a velvet ant. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. And we're farming. Balls in that one episode of South Park. I'm catching up on all my Farm Sim 25 series on YouTube. Ooh, I want to watch a series. G for galaxy size. Huge mungus. I'll be sticking 26 inches off the front. Disgusting is what it would be. Hex hates big boobs. Hex 301 hates big boobs. I can't believe it. Imagine 2 feet of boobs hanging out. That'd be obscene. B for big. Would you consider a B cup big? Would you consider torture myself with War Thunder or Coding in Unity? C for colossal? What would D be? D for dangerous? And then DD is double dangerous? Is that how that works? A and B are perfect. I do know a VTuber whose chest weighed 25 pounds and you added both boob weights together. Oh my god. That's a lot of boob. All boobs are perfect. True. True. Boob lore. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Boobs are kind of sweet. I'm being discriminated against by this cow bug. You call me a cow? Listen, I get one Cowkini art one time, and now I'm a cow bug. Now I'm a cow bug. I can't believe it. How dare you? Nice tummy, it says you can only pick one. Tummy. Cowfly. What is important? Wait, where's the ass option, Mod Pack? Thighs, tummy, or tits? Of those 3, I would choose tummy. But if ass is an option, I would choose ass. That poor tractor is suffering. Yeah. A bugger can stream 1,000 space games and wear a cow print bikini one time. He lepers out here real quiet when a back of knee man stand. Oh my god. Tummy is good too, yeah. Dude, I love tummies. Flat tummies, soft squishy tummies, I like them. They're good. Either one. Like, I would literally rest my head on either one. Lightly grasp some of your organs. It's here again? I think Twitch is broken. It says you're a moderator for 18 months again. Didn't it say that last time? Come on. Tractor. The lawn chair test? What is the lawn chair test? What map is this? This is a modded one. I think it's called like a back road something. Does the settings say? I'm gonna turn traffic off because the traffic is just the same line of cars going across this road near the bottom. They don't ever drive around here or anything. Yeah, we just have this field so far. We started with 100K. We're only using stuff from the 80s and prior. And this place only really has a flour mill. And a gas station. Sell all? Like, there's not really much we can sell here. Barley, canola, corn, long grain rice, oats, rice, sorghum, soybeans, sunflowers, wheat. Everything else, though, we have to make ourselves. We have to make our own place for it. You got a fat ass? The generic plastic lawn chair comes up with you when you stand up. Yeah. That does happen. What do you mean, yeah? What do you think I mean by yeah? Dude, I've made it no secret that I'm kind of on the heavy side. And if it wasn't for the fact that one of my arms is broken off of my chair, I used to lift up my chair with my hips. I used to. By sitting in it. Which is why I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to. Is that a workout? I have the left armrest and move my chair because that's where the throttle mount is. I see. Someone just followed. Let's see. Let's see. Was that on Twitch? Was that on... Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. It was on YouTube. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for the subscription. No, Hazuchi, bottled goat milk and mozzarella? Oh, that does sound really good. Bug thorax be banging? I'm just kind of big all over. I'm not... I have curves, but I'm kind of big all over, so it doesn't really matter. It's like... Okay, I can't brag about having big boobs while also being fat, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's like cheating. That's like saying you have a bunch of free time while being unemployed. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course. You are tall too? I am tall. Are you going to meet me tomorrow? Biggest bug is a big bug. Biggest bug is a big bug. Incorrect is the best kind of correct. I'm about to have so much free time. I want to be free time. I want to have free time. I want to be the hero of my story. I want to have free time and stream every day. Feeding and seeding, yeah. We're harvesting wheat so I can eat it all. Num num num. Just eat it with a spoon. Don't crush Seki in the sand. Too late. You know how diamonds are formed, right? Thousands of years of heat and pressure. Eat that concentrated gluten. You can smash a diamond with a hammer. And corn is so good. I don't really eat corn. Rapping on him? Ew! No! Made some diamonds in the cracks of your chair? Wow, okay, I see how it is. Alright, 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 okay, alright, buddy. Okay. Wow, alright. Hello. We're pulling this. That's funny. We're pulling this guy apart with horses. That's funny. Oh, let's solve the money problems if you unintentionally create diamonds by sitting down. Monkama sign gif here? No! This you can clip it and use it for the channel. I'm afraid of my chair breaking. That's why I want the new chair on throne. I think if I reach a certain amount of money in checking, I'm just gonna finish off the rest of that chair on throne. Know the animation? I do, and I wish I could unsee the animation. What makes it pulling part with horses? Because they're just so Umasume cosplays? That would be funny. We got distracted, so we didn't finish plowing the field in time. Yeah, we have to try and do fertilizer on this field. Is this overtime then? No. The farm is not going anywhere. The farm is not going anywhere. We can revisit the farm anytime. Let's see. We just got a little bit. We just got a little bit to plow. And then we can start doing fertilizing. Yeah. I have 100 bits. Do you want 100 bits? I guess so. What are you gonna do with your 100 bits? We're about to find someone to raid. Man, I'm digging this. I'm digging this a lot. I'm really enjoying Farm Sim. Farm Sim competitively? I have heard of that thing. I've never, that's a thing. I've never watched it though. It does sound pretty cool. I know Pickle is live. Pickle! I get to raid Pickle VT? Wow. 100 bits, I'm such a fat fucking chud. That's funny. Things have been doing good. Like, they've been going really good. Edit setting, what? Oh, okay, there you go. YouTube wasn't parsing properly for a moment. We'll read Crucix on YouTube. Who are we rating on Twitch? Yeah, Pickle. We'll read Pickle. We love Pickle. I'm such a fat fucking farmer chud raid. Oh, not fucking, I want to say frickin'. There you go. Farmer Chud bug raid. Such a fat freaking Farmer Chud. How does that sound? That sounds good to me. Pickle VT. Alright, start rate. Alright, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning into my stream. I had a blast hanging out with all of you. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one. I'll see you all on Friday. Okay? Friday time. Hope you enjoyed farming. Take care. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.